Welcome to The Explainer. All across Europe, there's this massive hidden pool of talent. So today, we're going to look at the system that's been designed to unlock it. A system that translates real-world experience into actual job opportunities, making invisible skills, well, visible.
Think about that question for a second. For millions of people, especially those who've moved to a new country, this isn't just some hypothetical puzzle. It is the single biggest barrier to finding meaningful work. And because of it, a huge amount of valuable talent is just left sitting on the sidelines. So, let's put a face to this problem. Let's meet Amina. She's a character based on a lot of real case studies. Amina has a decade of experience as a professional cook. She can run a kitchen, manage a team, you name it. But she has no formal diploma. So how on earth does she prove what she's worth to a potential employer? Amina's story isn't just her story. It actually shines a light on a massive challenge across the entire European labor market. When people move across borders, all their hard-earned skills and their valuable experience, they often just get lost in translation between different systems. And that right there, that gets to the absolute core of the issue. I mean, if an employer in Germany can't make heads or tails of work experience from Morocco, that experience basically becomes invisible. It creates this huge gap where incredibly skilled, capable people are just completely overlooked. So, how do we fix this? Well, the solution really starts with a fundamental shift in how we think. It's about moving away from just listing skills and instead defining what someone can actually do with them. This is the big shift from skills to competences. And this slide, wow, it really nails the difference, doesn't it? A skill is what you say you can do. I'm good with people, okay? But a competence is a structured statement that an employer truly understands. It's not just about being good with people. It's about being able to apply specific professional techniques. And you really have to grasp this definition because it's key to the whole system. See, a competence isn't just a skill. It's a combination of your knowledge, your ability to act, and, this is the most important part, it specifies the level of independence and responsibility you can handle. This is the language of the modern workplace. Okay, so you have this powerful new language, but how do you get dozens of countries all with their own systems to actually use it? Well, the European Union has built an entire ecosystem of digital tools to make it happen. So let's see how they all connect. It all comes down to three key tools that form the backbone of this system. The easiest way to think about them is as a dictionary, a passport, and a matchmaker. They all work together to make skills visible and, crucially, portable, right across the EU. First up is ESCO. That stands for European Skills, Competencies, Qualifications, and Occupations. It's basically this massive multilingual dictionary. It provides thousands of standard descriptions for professional abilities. What that does is it ensures that a logistics operator means the exact same thing in Lisbon as it does in Warsaw. Now, that common vocabulary from ESCO, it plugs right into the next tool, Europass. This is the platform where you build your own professional profile. Think of it like a digital skills passport, where you can document your work history, your education, and your competencies, all using ESCO's standardized language. And that brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, the matchmaker, EURES. This is the European job portal. It takes all those ESCO-coded skills in your Europass profile and connects them with employers across Europe who are searching for those exact competencies. It's the engine that turns your profile into a real opportunity. Okay, so we've got the theory, we've got the tools, but how does this all actually work in the real world? How do these systems help someone like Amina or anyone with years of undocumented experience actually land a job? This is where it all comes together in a really clear pathway. And often, there's a person, an employment service operator, who guides someone through it. They'll sit down with an individual and help them identify the key competences from their life story. Then, those abilities are expressed using ESCO's language, stored in a Europass profile, and poof, they're instantly searchable for employers on EURES. And look, this whole system is built for people exactly like Dimitro, who's a real-world case of a skilled warehouse operator from Ukraine. He knew what he could do, he just didn't have the official language, as he put it, to prove it to anyone. And this is where the magic happens. You see that translation in action, right here. With help from an advisor using that ESCO framework, his simple, honest description, "I showed new colleagues how to do things," it becomes this powerful competence statement that an employer immediately understands. It shows leadership, responsibility. That's the language they're looking for. So you can see how powerful this is for one person. But it's so important to understand that this is about way more than just one job. This is about fundamentally rewiring the labor market to be more fair, more transparent, and just more efficient for everyone. I mean, think about it. For migrants, for refugees, for anyone learning new skills later in life, the impact here is just transformative. Their skills suddenly become credible even without a piece of paper. The system builds trust with employers because it's all based on a shared, transparent language of competence. It just opens doors that were completely locked before.
In the end, what's the goal? It's really quite simple: to make sure that no talent goes to waste. By making skills visible and portable, a system like this doesn't just help individuals find their own potential. It lets entire economies benefit from a much deeper, more diverse talent pool.
And that really leaves us with a big, important thought. We've built this incredible system to see skills that were once totally invisible. So the question we have to keep asking ourselves is, what other potential, what other kinds of talent are still out there, just out of sight, waiting to be discovered?